Obviously, a big game this upcoming week. We'll spend a little time reflecting on last week. Um, just a historic game for your defense, tied a Division II record for interception, return touchdowns. Just how unique of a first half of football was that for you?
Unique is probably the best word to put it. That is as unique gets. I've never been a part of it. Although we tell the guys this is that we practice it quite a bit. We practice how do you obviously intercepting the ball, where you're going to be, put yourself in that position, the pressure to create the interceptions, but then also what do you do after the ball, after the interception happens. And we do practice quite a bit just returning it for a touchdown and how you set your blocks up. So essentially becomes a punt return. So we, it's something you give what you emphasize. I think where I really appreciate the guys is that when those fortuitous moments come up, they're ready for them and they maximize it. And so that's all you can do and hope for it. And so the guys deserve a lot of credit to be able to handle the moment like the way they did. And there's a frenzy on it and excitement about it. These kids love seeing each other succeed, and they love trying to help each other succeed. So it's a real tribute to just the brotherhood of this whole team, but particularly what you see in defense.
And on that, talk a little about this group of defensive backs. Not just this game, but throughout the year, they've been kind of a big strength for you, making big plays one after another.
Yeah, it's we are trying to get the ball back, and that's kind of the essence of defense for us. It's the schemes and all that. However, whatever scheme you want to use, can your group be a group that gets the ball back for the offense to create more opportunities to score. So this secondary group is led by some great senior leadership when it comes to C.J. Broussard and Tyree Davis and Hunter Malberg. And obviously one of our, he seems like he should be a senior, but he's only a junior right now, is Waukee. And Waukee plays with tremendous passion. Collectively with those guys, with the with the Leandres, the Kenny Nortons, the Christian McFarlands, the Andrew Ramirez's, those guys, and the guys that come in to help support it, there's a real spirit of excellence that they have. These guys want to master their craft every single week, and so in order to do that, they do the film studies, they do the work after practice, before practice, and then like I said last week, what I enjoy about this group is between the snaps and practice, they're having a good time laughing at each other. But once that snap comes, there's real focus. And even if your guy isn't on the field during that snap, you can always tell there's an intent and he's paying attention about, hey, here's the type of routes people run, here's the technique things we got to work on. So it speaks volumes to what kind of character these guys are.
And talk a little about this week. Obviously, a pretty big game, and the game. When you beat them up there was pretty close.
That big game, GNAC football. It is a big game. So obviously with the chance to become a GNAC champion this week, that's great. You want to be in this position. That's why you work so hard to put yourself in these type of positions. So Central Washington is watching their film and how they've developed since we have played them. I think they're playing faster. I think Nelson, their quarterback's playing some of the best ball I've ever seen him play. The confidence he has. They're running back by committee, so they're very efficient and they get downhill and they're physical. And I think their O-line, man, it's one of the fastest O-lines in the whole league. And, they're able to get a lot more big strike plays with the play action pass, and they've got a real unique move the pocket type of scheme that puts your defense constantly on edge about, hey, how are you going to fit this thing when it comes to containment and when it comes to creating the pressure that you want to create. So Ian's done a very good job up there, the head coach. He's a good man, and he's a great football coach, and so you see that happening now. And I think their defense is, I really appreciate who they are at defense because they love pressure. I love pressure. So as a defensive mind, they've been stepping back. Like, okay, I love how they create things. So they're trying to create some confusion with what they do. They're going to bring a lot of cross dog type of stuff, a lot of zone pressure. And with that, it's a great week. You want to get your tickets now, Steve. Make sure you get this thing's going to be packed.
Yeah, and how do you manage the hype? I mean, you got regional rankings that'll come out, so that playoff talk is going to start coming out, and essentially this is a kind of a playoff atmosphere for a team that's trying to really make some noise and affect those regional rankings with this matchup. How do you kind of manage that type of playoff atmosphere heading into a game like this?
But I think you have to manage that. It's great. We love that. It's what you want to be in. It's where our guys love playing. They love the game of football. They love playing the game on a big stage. Azusa Pacific is a big stage for all those young athletes out there that want to play some big time football. I think this is a great place to be at. So I think it only fuels us more and more to say there's a focus. It's a razor's edge between, oh, hey, it's not a big game versus is a big game. For us, it's a consistently, every snap's a big snap. We love playing the game. And now with the being at home and the fan base here and obviously the game for the outsiders looking in, the interest that it creates for the fans, that makes it even more fun. So for us, we've already been up early, getting after it, focusing on what we got to improve on from last week. And you stick with your process. The emotional circumstances of this game are they're different, they're unique, but it's what it is. It's just adds to the season the sauce a little bit more. It makes it that much more fun. So it's good. We're excited. The players are excited. Came back from the trip and they're focused and ready to go the next step.
Oh, what's different about each of these teams? You guys played each other, back in week 3.
Yeah.
How has your team changed, and how have you seen Central Washington being a different team coming into this matchup?
Yeah, I think when you have two talented groups like this, maturity is the big thing that's different. The familiarity with the schemes. I think you see the way we play, I see the way on film how they play. Everybody's playing faster. So the fans are going to see a pretty fast physical game at night. I think what you also see is early on in the season, this is what they have. This is their base systems. They're trying to get it right, lay that great foundation. Now you're starting to see the more and more wrinkles come out. Central's got, reverses are coming in now. The different unique screens coming in now. You see with their, watching their O-line and the unique outside zone, inside zone blocking schemes, and how you got to see them versus a variety more fronts. So, okay, this is what they like to do and how they affect things. You get to see also just their play action game's different, and you also think the exotics are getting more exotic for their defense because there's been a foundation laid now, the familiarity with the schemes. Now you can kind of start adding a little more layers to it. So that's what gets exciting for me, and I love this type of challenge, and I love the game of college football. I'm blessed every day to be a part of it. So I'm fired up for this, and I think the team is too, and so we're excited for a Saturday night.
Awesome. Homecoming this weekend.
Yeah.
Give you a chance to just talk to the alumni who are coming back to campus. This might be their only chance to see you guys on campus this year.
Yeah.
What do you want to let them know about APU football this year?
Well, number one, they already know how great the school is because they win here, and then when you come homecoming, it's quite the celebration. It's an amazing fan base. For them, every day we go to work, we always understand where we came from, and we understand how this university is so great. But really, it's great, for what we stand for and the people that it graduates. So when we take the field, we want to make sure they know, hey man, we understand that we're representing you, and we're fired up to represent you, and that is Azusa Pacific across the chest. We take great pride in it, and we also know that we take great pride in it because there's an amazing alumni base here to be proud of, from the graduate opportunities that happen afterward, from in commerce and relationships and in connections. This alumni base is outstanding. It's only going to get better too. So there's going to be some great surprises come Saturday night, and I think you'll pay attention to what you see coming out of the tunnel. It's going to be fun.
Thank you, Coach.